Okay, so we'll begin lying down, and let's start by checking in with ourselves and seeing where we have landed today, both on our mats and in our lives. So first, let's begin by noticing the touch points of our body on the earth. And then noticing the sensation of your breath. Is your breath shallow or deep? Quick or slow? And perhaps you take deep inhales in through your nose, into your diaphragm, and long, slow exhales out. As you exhale, releasing any tension that you feel in your body and releasing your day. Trust that you can always come back to any thoughts that are going on in your mind, anything that you wish to do, anything that needs to be accomplished. You can come back to it later. You just don't need it right now. And as you exhale here, notice if maybe those touch points on the earth start to spread a little bit. So just a reminder during our class today, listen to your body. Only do what's comfortable for you. If we come into a pose that doesn't feel right, please come out, come into any kind of resting pose, and then join us again whenever you are ready. So making some small movements here in your fingers and toes. Rolling around wrists and ankles. Perhaps you take a big stretch here. And then rolling over to one side, any side that's calling for you. Gently making your way up to seated. So any comfortable seated position here for you. Maybe it's easy seated pose or something else that feels good today. And we'll just start off with some circles in our torso. So maybe they're big circles, little circles, woo, whatever feels good for you. If you're sitting on something, be careful. Also a reminder, if you don't hear me or you don't understand what I'm saying, which happens sometimes, please feel free to unmute yourself and come on and say something. And then going in the opposite direction if you haven't already. And then slowly making your way back to center. From here, let's find some shoulder rolls. On your inhale, shoulders roll up towards your ears, and on your exhale, shoulders roll back and down your spine. So just a reminder, this is where we want our shoulders to be, back and down, whenever we have our arms up overhead or we have our hands on the earth and we're placing weight into our hands. So one more time. Great. So shoulders stay back and down the spine. Let's bring the arms out towards the side, palms face up. On your inhale, arms reach up towards the sky, reach the crown nice and high. Exhale, turning to one side, hands come down by your sides. On your inhale, coming back to center, and on your exhale, coming over to the other side. And just continue moving here with your own breath at your own pace. Inhale to center and exhale over. So let's go one more time in each direction. And then once that is complete for you, inhale coming to center and exhale, hands coming down by your sides. Let's move into a tabletop. So wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Almost said that the wrong way. That would have been funny. Okay, tabletop pose. Gripping your fingers into the earth to protect your wrists here. And let's find some cat-cow. Rounding your spine, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone. And then moving in the opposite direction, tailbone points up towards the sky, shoulders roll back and down your spine. And just moving with your own breath, seeing where it's more comfortable to inhale and where it's more comfortable to exhale. So gently making your way back to tabletop, nice flat back here. Number 27, balancing cat. So in our balancing cat, let's bring the right arm out first. Right shoulder rolls back and down the spine. Perhaps you extend the left leg long, gripping the fingers of your left hand into the earth. Drawing the navel in, imagine there's a string pulling it up towards the sky. So maybe today in our balancing cat, find something a little bit different here. So let's exhale, bring the arm by the side and cactus arm, and then squeeze that shoulder blade in towards your spine. And then exhale, reach forward. Again, bringing the elbow back by your side and then reach forward. Let's go a few more times here. Okay, come back into your balancing cat. And then let's exhale, round the spine, knee and elbow meet each other. Come back into your balancing cat. Got two more times here. Round your spine, knee and elbow meet. Last time, balancing cat. Round your spine, knee and elbow meet. Into balancing cat and into tabletop. Let's come over to the other side. Left arm comes long in front, rolling the shoulder back and down your spine. Right leg comes long. Again, imagine that string pulling your belly button up towards the sky and look down at the floor. Nice long line in your neck. And then on your exhale, bringing your elbow back by your side. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale to come back. Continue moving at your own pace. Finding a little bit of challenge here with balance. So last one. Come back into your balancing cat, and we're going to find 3 cat-cow crunch. Rounding your spine, knee and elbow meet. Back into balancing cat. Cat-cow crunch. Balancing cat. Last one here, cat cow crunch. Pull the belly button in. Ooh, balancing cat into tabletop. And let's find a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, sitting your hips back. Maybe arms come long if that feels comfortable for you, or maybe they come back by your feet, palms face up towards the sky. If your head doesn't make it to the floor, maybe you grab a block or a book or place stacked fists underneath your forehead. So I invite you to take a moment here to find gratitude for something in your life or someone. What are you grateful for today? Can you notice how gratitude feels in your body? Maybe in your heart space, or maybe somewhere else in your body. And can you hold that feeling of gratitude throughout our practice today? One more round of breath. And then gently making your way back into your tabletop pose. Let's curl our toes under, send our hips up and back behind, downward dog. Shoulders roll back and down the spine. Perhaps you pedal out your feet. Okay, whenever you're ready, shifting your weight forward, number 11, plank pose. Draw the navel in, push yourself away from the floor, grip the fingers, send your heels back. If you need to, you can drop to your knees if that's where you are in your plank today. Find your breath. One more round of breath here. And then let's drop the left knee to the earth. Right leg comes long behind you. It comes parallel to the back of the mat. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. So we have number 12, side plank. Here's a variation of a side plank. And exhale, let's come back into our tabletop pose and back into downward dog. Shifting your weight forward into your plank pose. This time, let's shift our weight forward a little bit more. Drop the knees if they aren't already there. Tuck the elbows, chest and chin follow. And then perhaps a baby cobra, shoulders roll back and down the spine. Tuck your elbows in by your side. Tops of your feet push into the earth. Lift your heart. And either reverse push-up or tabletop, downward dog. Shift your weight forward once again into your plank pose. And then dropping your right knee to the earth. Left leg comes parallel to the back of the mat, lifting the left hand up towards the sky. Left hand comes to the earth, left knee comes as well. Curling your toes back, downward dog. Okay, so from here, right foot reaches up towards the sky. Shifting your weight forward, sending your right foot through between your hands, or maybe you help it through. And let's come into warrior one. Back foot comes down to the earth, toes point up towards the top left corner. Squeeze your inner thighs together as you rise. Shoulders roll back and down your spine. Slight tuck of your tailbone. Number 44, Humble warrior, clasping your hands behind your low back, shoulders roll back and down your spine, and then fold forward with a flat back, coming to the inside of your right leg. Maybe arms reach up high, and find your breath. Find that thing that you are grateful for today, or maybe something else has popped into your head. Feel gratitude in your body. One more round of breath. And then using your hands to reach up nice and high, come up with a flat back. Releasing your arms back up towards the sky. Hands come down to frame the front foot. Let's come up on the back toes, on the left toes. And then walk that right foot over towards the side. Flipping over onto the baby toe edge of the left foot, side plank. Another variation. If this doesn't work for you today in your body, feel free to drop the left leg and bring the right leg back once again. Okay, right hand comes down to the earth. Let's step back into plank pose. Knees to the earth, back into child's pose. Deep inhales and long, slow exhales. Maybe there has been an event recently that you are grateful for. Can you bring that into your mind? Feel it in your body. Gently making your way back into your tabletop. Curling your toes under, sending your hips up and back behind you, downward dog. Left foot reaches up towards the sky. Shifting your weight forward, step your left foot through. Maybe you walk it through. Warrior one on this side. Right foot comes down to the earth. Nice wide stance here in your legs. Squeeze your inner thighs as you rise. So let's check the front knee. Make sure it's over the ankle and in line with the second or third toe, squaring the hips towards the front of the room. Okay, so humble warrior on this side, bringing your hands back behind you, but notice however you clasp your hands, automatically see if you can change the cross of your fingers. So switching whichever thumb is in front. Again, shoulders roll back and down your spine. Inhale, crown of your head reaches high. Exhale, folding forward with a flat back. Coming to the inside of that front leg, maybe arms reach nice and high. Humble warrior. Take deep inhales, long, slow exhales. One more round of breath. And then again, use your hands to see if you can come up with a flat back. Releasing your arms back up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands come down to the earth. Come up on the back toes. And then walking the left foot over towards the left side of the mat, coming to the pinky toe side. Pinky toe, baby toe, side of your right foot. Again, maybe this variation of side plank is not what you need today. Maybe you find another variation. Listen to your body. This is your practice. just giving suggestions. Can you still find gratitude in this pose? Left hand comes down to the earth. Let's drop the right knee to the earth, into tabletop, back into child's pose. And a couple rounds of breath. Perhaps you can find gratitude for someone in your life. Maybe you picture that person. It could be an animal, could be anything, anyone. Notice how it feels in your body to feel gratitude for this person, animal, entity. Hold that feeling of gratitude in your body. And then making your way back into your tabletop pose. Curling your toes under, sending your hips up and back behind you. All right, and then walking your feet up toward your hands, or maybe you stand up and walk your way towards the front of your mat, and we'll all come into a forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. As much of a bend in your knees as you need, allowing your upper body to dangle. Maybe you sway from side to side. Okay, on your next inhale, come into chair pose. So shoulders roll back and down your spine, sending your tail down towards the earth. Shift your weight back into your heels. Make sure you can see your toes. Oh, chair pose. Chair is number 2. Let's find a twist in our chair. So today, let's bring our hands to heart center. Left elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. Push into the thigh to help you turn, but look to see what's going on with that left knee. If it's popping forward, roll the left hip back. One more round of breath here. And on your next inhale, come back to your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins or thighs, flat back, shoulders roll back and down your spine. Draw the belly button in. And exhale, we'll come back into our chair pose. Reaching your heart forward. And we'll find our twist here on this side. Hands come to heart center. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Roll the right hip back if the knee's popping forward, and then turn. Maybe you sit a little further down. On your next inhale, come back to your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step both feet back, or maybe you jump both feet back, plank pose. Shifting your weight forward, knees to the earth, tuck your elbows, Chest and chin follow. Back into your baby cobra, or maybe full cobra. Shoulders roll back and down the spine. Elbows tuck in by your sides. One more round of breath here. And then either reverse push-up or tabletop. Downward dog. All right. Our next pose, where is it? We have an eagle, number 3. So we're gonna come into eagle, a little different here. Right foot reaches up towards the sky. Shift your weight forward, step the right foot through. We're gonna shift our weight onto the right foot. Left foot comes up off the earth, bend the knee, bring the knee in towards your chest. And see if you can come up to standing without the left foot touching the earth. The knee comes forward, stork pose. Crossing the left knee over the right. Sit back into your chair. So we have eagle legs. And then if you have any shoulder issues, maybe hands come to your shoulders, or perhaps eagle arms, right arm out in front. I don't know if this is the right side, doesn't matter. Left arm over top. Bend the elbows, maybe the backs of the hands come together, maybe wrap your hands together. Elbows come shoulder height, hands away from the face. Drop the shoulders. Find your balance. Find your breath. Maybe you sink a little further. Notice where your mind is going. Come back to gratitude. In this pose, can you find that feeling in your body of gratitude? All right, let's release the arms, release the legs, come into mountain pose. Maybe shake your arms out, shake your right leg out, maybe both legs, whatever needs it. Find your mountain pose. Shoulders roll back and down, crown of your head reaches nice and high. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your thighs. Inhale, extended mountain. And exhale, swan diving down with a flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins or thighs. And exhale, fold. Step or jump both feet back into your plank pose. And then let's lower knees to the earth, tuck the elbows, chest and chin follow. Find your back bend of choice. And find your breath. Either reverse push-up or tabletop. Downward dog. So this time, left foot reaches up towards the sky. Shift your weight forward, step your left foot through. So we're going to come up on the other side. So perhaps you shift your weight into your left foot. Right knee comes in towards your chest, and see if you can come up without touching the earth. Stork pose. Crossing the right knee over the left. Maybe you cross hands to your shoulders, or maybe eagle pose in the arms. Left arm comes out first, right arm over top. Bending the elbows, finding your hands wherever they go. Sit down into your chair, hands away from your face. Soften the shoulders. Squeeze the inner thighs. Find your breath, find your focus, find your gratitude. One more round of breath here. And then releasing your eagle pose. Maybe you shake it out. All right. Do good. Almost there. Find your mountain pose. Feet are hip distance apart. Shoulders roll back and down your spine. Let's bring our arms up into an extended mountain. Shoulders roll back and down. And then bringing your arms, I'm going to turn, bringing your arms over towards one side. Inhaling back to center and exhaling over to the other side. Inhale back to center. We're going to do that again. Exhale, arms come over to the one side. So whichever side you're reaching, shift your weight into the opposite foot. If you're reaching right, shift your weight into your left foot. Right foot comes out to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. Shifting your weight into the opposite foot. Leg comes out to the side. Inhale back to center, foot comes to the earth, mountain, extended mountain, and exhale, swan diving down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk, step, or jump both feet back. Plank pose. We'll bring our knees to the earth, tabletop, back into child's pose. In this child's pose, let's walk our hands over towards the right side of the mat. Hips stay where they are. And maybe the left hand walks away a little bit further, melting the left side body down towards the earth. Allowing your hands to come through center and over to the other side. Maybe right hand walks away a little further, melting the right side body down towards the earth. Allowing your hands to come to center, come into tabletop, and then come into seated. Okay. Knee to nose. Knee to nose is our last card, number 43. So let's come into a revolved knees to nose today. So let's bring the left foot in, right foot out towards the side. Find your sits bones here, so that comfortable place to sit. And you're going to activate your right foot, so slightly curl back your toes. Okay, so right forearm's going to come either to your thigh, to your shin, up a block, or the earth. It will just depend on how comfortable it feels to come over. So bringing the right forearm down, let's start maybe on the thigh. Left shoulder rolls back and down your spine, allowing your left arm to reach up and over. And then find that comfortable place for your right arm. And see if you can open your heart up towards the sky. So if it seems like you're looking down at the earth, maybe walk the right arm back a little bit and then rotate the heart up towards the sky. Top shoulder rolls back and down. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, left hand comes down to the earth under your shoulder. Maybe you just reach your right arm up and over. Maybe you come up onto your left knee, reach up. Maybe you reach back, open the heart. Be careful if you have something beside you like a wall. Slowly making your way back down. And let's come over to the other side. Left foot comes out, right foot comes in. Activating the left foot here. Forearm comes somewhere on your leg. Right shoulder rolls back and down your spine. Right arm reaches up and over, rotating your heart up towards the sky. Where does it feel good to look? Maybe it feels good to look up, straight, or down. If you're looking down, be sure to roll the heart up. Find length along the right side of your body. And on your next inhale, coming up to center, exhale, right hand to the earth. Maybe you reach over, maybe you come up onto your right knee. You could even find circles here if you want with that top arm. What feels good in your body? Can you find gratitude in this pose? Gently making your way down to seated. Let's bring both feet together, knees apart. Come into butterfly pose. Find your sits bones here on the earth. Find length in your spine. Activating both feet. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. It's coming only as far as it feels good in your body. No pain in yoga. If you don't have any back issues, perhaps you round your spine, allowing your head to come down a little bit further. One more round of breath. And slowly making your way up. All right, let's find a twist before we come back down to the earth. So let's bring the right leg out in front. Left foot either comes in or crosses over towards the right side. So if this is comfortable, if you're able to keep your foot on the earth and both hips on the earth, perhaps you tuck the right leg under. Okay, or maybe it stays out straight, depends on what's going on today in your body. So we're going to bring the right arm around that front knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up and back. Exhale, reach it to the earth and turn. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. And with every exhale, maybe you turn a little bit further. Deep inhales and long, slow exhales. If it's in your body, maybe the outside of the right elbow comes to the outside of the left thigh to help you turn a little bit more. On your next inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come back to center. Let's uncross the legs. Left leg comes out in front. Right foot comes in. Maybe it stays here. Perhaps it crosses over, or maybe you tuck the bottom leg. Left arm wraps around the front knee. On your inhale, lengthen your spine, reach up and back behind you. Exhale, right hand comes behind and turn. Again, with every inhale, lengthen your spine. And with every exhale, maybe you just see in your mind's eye that you are turning a little bit more. And if it's in your body, left elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. next inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, come back to center. Let's uncross the legs, maybe shake the legs out. All right, come on down to the earth, onto your back. And perhaps hug both knees in toward your chest. Maybe you rock from side to side. Okay, one more pose here, longhorn. So we'll bring both feet to the earth, knees are bent. Crossing the right knee over the left. So drawing the legs closer to you and activate both feet. Left hand is going to come to that front calf. Right hand's going to come to the back calf. Maybe you walk your hands down your legs, keep the feet active. Perhaps shins come parallel to the ceiling. Maybe not. Maybe if it's too much, you just bring the one foot in, activate that foot, and kind of cradle it here in your arm. Soften your shoulders and find your breath. One more round of breath here. And gently releasing your feet. Feet come back to the earth. Uncross your legs. And then crossing left knee over right. Drawing the legs closer. Activate both feet. Right hand to that front calf. Left hand to the back calf. Again, option here to just hold the one foot, the left leg. Find whatever variation feels good for you on this side. And then notice what's going on in your shoulders, in your face. See if you can soften, let everything melt. Taking deep inhales and long, slow exhales. One more round of breath, and then gently releasing your legs. Is there anything else your body needs before we come into Shavasana? So perhaps it's windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Maybe there's another pose that you wish to come into. Maybe it's just finding socks and a blanket. So once you have done whatever it is that you feel like you need, find your final resting pose, Shavasana, or maybe you're laying on your side or on your front body, whatever helps you to soften and to relax here. And taking deep inhales, long, slow exhales. Softening your shoulders, softening around your eyes. Allowing your jaw to relax. Taking deep inhales in through your nose, into your diaphragm. Long, slow exhales out. And while you're here, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite poems. It's by Caroline Adams. Your life is a sacred journey, and it's about change, growth, discovery, movement, transformation, continuously expanding your vision of what is possible, stretching your soul, learning to see clearly and deeply, listening to your intuition, taking courageous challenges at every step along the way. You are on the path, exactly where you are meant to be right now. And from here, you can only go forward, shaping your life story into a magnificent tale of triumph, of healing, of courage, of beauty, of wisdom, of power, of dignity, and of love. So, we're going to end a little bit differently today. You can stay here for as long as you would like. But before I go, I would like to say the light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. That light is a place of peace, love, kindness, and compassion. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, there is no difference and no distance between us. Together we are the same. We are one. Have a beautiful evening.